Hello students, I am Dr. Krupa Rasane, professor from Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. I am going to deal with the topic network and cybersecurity, and I am dealing with module 4 of the subject network and cybersecurity, which is an elective for the 8th semester electronics and communication department. The cybersecurity and network has this syllabus for the module 4, which is cyber network security concepts, and it basically has the textbook Thomas J Mowbray Security Managing Systems Conducting Testing and Investigating Instruction by Willey Publications. And also I'll be referring this as the textbook for the whole module, and it is also the prescribed textbook, and it deals basically with the first two chapters of cybersecurity of Thomas Mowbray. And we also am going to introduce you to this YouTube, which will give you an interesting view on antivirus versus anti-malware. So the part 1 basically consists of two chapters. The chapter 1 is the executive summary, and chapter 2 are the problems, that is on cyber's anti-patterns. So, in this lecture series, let us continue with the chapter 2, the problems cyber anti-pattern. We have already dealt with anti-patterns concept and forces in cyber anti-patterns in our early lecture. In this particular lecture, we will be dealing with cyber anti-pattern templates, and in the next lecture, we will deal with cyber security anti-pattern catalog. So let us move on to cyber anti-pattern templates. So cyber anti-pattern templates. The anti-pattern templates discussed here are used throughout the prescribed textbook to organize pattern documentation. It is useful to understand how these templates work and what the fields mean so that you can get the most benefit from it. The two templates include the micro anti-pattern templates and the full cyber anti-pattern template. You use the micro template for simpler patterns in which detailed explanation is not necessary, whereas you use the full template for the more complex and more important anti-patterns, providing a much more complete coverage of the problem and the solution. So in cyber anti-pattern templates, we have got two types of templates. One is the micro anti-pattern template and the other is the full cyber anti-pattern template. Micro anti-pattern templates. The micro anti-pattern is a flexible and informal way to present anti-patterns. Because the micro anti-pattern template is so simple, it can be presented without the formality of templates at all. The components of a micro anti-pattern templates are name. The name of the micro anti-pattern is usually a pejorative term suggesting the negative consequences of the anti-pattern's presence. Anti-pattern problem. Next field is this. The problem section summarizes the micro anti-pattern's symptoms, consequences, and characterization. Next field is refactored solution. The solution section summarizes alternative ways to resolve the anti-pattern design forces with improved benefits. Next, let us look at full cyber anti-pattern templates. The full cyber anti-pattern template has two main parts, a header and a body. The header section gives a quick sense of the anti-pattern and the solution, inviting the reader to dive deeper. The body sections contain the pattern details. The full cyber anti-pattern template allows for a more structured and comprehensive definition with additional anti-pattern attributes. Many of the attributes are considered optional depending on the particulars of the anti-pattern concerned. The heading fields in the full cyber anti-pattern template are given in the next slides. Now let us look at the full cyber anti-pattern heading fields. Anti-pattern name. This field gives the name as a unique pejorative noun phrase. The intent is to make this antipattern a well-known phenomenon, easily recognizable with an organizational reputation as an important security gap. Also known as, in this field, many antipatterns are known by various names across different organizations. Some known names or analogous names from different domains are listed. A given organization may want to adopt a name from this list if their members find it suitable. Continuing with the full cyber anti-pattern template heading fields, the next field is the refractored solution names. One or more names of alternative solutions are listed here. The purpose is to give the reader a sense of the direction that this pattern write-up is heading towards and to promote a common terminology for the solution identity associated with the anti-pattern. Next field is the unbalanced primal forces. This field lists the primal design forces that are poorly resolved by this anti-pattern. Next field is anecdotal evidence. These are some quips that characterize this antipattern. These phrases are sometimes heard when the antipattern is present and in the early recognition of it. Now, coming to the next full cyber antipattern template, the body fields. Which are these body fields? The first is the background. This optional field provides contextual explanations that are potentially useful or of general interest but are not central to the antipattern and its refactored solution. Next is antipattern solution. This field defines the antipattern solution through diagrams, explanations, examples, and discussions of design forces. The antipattern solution is a common occurring situation or configuration with significant security implications such as risks, threats, and vulnerabilities. Causes, symptoms, and consequences. This is the next field. This bulleted section lists the typical causes, common symptoms, and resulting consequences of the antipattern solution. The intent is to make it easier to recognize the antipattern and understand how and why its placement is necessary. Continuing with the full cyber antipattern template body fields, let us now look at the next field, that is known exceptions. If there are some situations where the antipattern solution might be desirable, this section identifies them. For example, if the consequences are acceptable in a context or if replacement is not worthwhile. Next field is the refactored solution and examples. This field defines the refactored solution. The refactored solution is proposed as an alternative to the antipattern solution. Refactoring is a process of replacing or reworking a given solution into an alternative solution. So these sentences I hope are understandable, doesn't need much explanation. The new solution resolves the design forces differently, particularly providing a more effective solution that resolves design forces more satisfactorily. So this is refactored solution and examples. Next is the related solution. If there are other potential solutions to the antipattern, they are identified in this section. Often there are different approaches to resolving the same problem that don't conveniently fall under the umbrella of a chosen refactored solution. Let's come to the summary of this lecture. We have seen two types of templates. The one is micro antipattern templates fields, which are meant for simple antipatterns, and it has different fields such as name, antipattern problem, refactored solution. Next is the full cyber antipattern template, and this basically has two main parts, the header and the body. Coming to the header, the fields are antipattern name, also known as refactored solution names, unbalanced primal forces, anecdotal evidences. This we have seen the meaning briefly in this particular lecture. Next, coming to the body of full cyber anti-pattern template, the different fields are background, anti-pattern solutions, causes, symptoms and consequences, known exceptions, refactored solutions and examples and related solutions. With this, so this brings us to the chapter 2 uh, cyber anti-patterns, where we have completed cyber anti-pattern templates. In the next chapter, we'll be seeing, or next lecture, we'll be seeing cyber security anti-pattern catalog. Thank you. Feel free to ask any questions.